Gun buyback event happening in Santa Fe today in an effort to raise awareness for gun violence and hopefully prevent it. Reporter Alyssa Munoz has more on how effective these events are in New Mexico.
Well, this is the 19th time the New Mexicans to Prevent Gun Violence has hosted a gun buyback in New Mexico. And the message is encouraging people to turn in unwanted guns, but evidence to support or deny the effectiveness is hard to come by.
Gun buybacks are an important tool. We have to attack it from multiple different sides. We do see a lot of gun violence in this state, and so anything that we can do to bring that number down.
Santa Fe District Attorney partnering with Santa Fe Police, the city, and New Mexicans to prevent gun violence to help turn unwanted guns into something useful.
Things that have been used or could be used for a violent situation can turn into a garden tool and grow something in your backyard.
A report done earlier this year, sponsored by the think tank RAND, questions if this popular program helps reduce gun violence and crime. They note one reason why the effectiveness is hard to measure is groups who are at risk of firearm homicide might be less likely to respond to surveys about this.
You can't go from somebody turned into a gun and now we have less gun violence. But I think over time it does a lot of different things. One, it gets guns out of places where they could become problems. Two, it raises public awareness.
The report also talks about high-risk individuals would be less likely to participate in a gun buyback for reasons such as people are making decisions to own or carry if they are at risk of gun violence, feel a lack of police protection, or feel the value of their gun is worth more than what a buyback is offering. The program is noted more as an awareness and educational tactic.
These unwanted firearms, I do believe, make our community safer, but is it quantifiable? No. But a lot of programs are done that aren't quantifiable that do provide safety.
During these buybacks, police run the turned-in guns through a system to see if it's stolen or has been used in a crime.
That it's been used in a crime in the past. They'll enter it into that system and they'll hold on to it, and we might have just solved a crime. So no matter whatever we're doing here today, it's a good thing.
New Mexicans to Prevent Gun Violence says since they started the buybacks in 2016, they've received more than 2,400 firearms. Reporting, I'm Alyssa Munoz, KOAT Action 7 News.
Alyssa, thank you. The governor's dashboard to monitor gun violence also shows from last September to this past March, there have been more than 600 guns seized by police.